Marjorie Taylor Greene, ever since she's left office, even prior to leaving office, she's been very outwardly spoken about the atrocities that are being committed in Gaza and the apartheid and the occupation in the Israeli occupied West Bank. After leaving office, she's even been more so outwardly spoken, and I've been absolutely loving it. So I'm going to let you guys listen to a short clip that from an interview she recently gave, I think within the past day, and let's talk about it. Take a listen.
I think that's crimes against.
So.
I'm not anti-Semitic for criticizing the government of Israel, or even saying that I think so many innocent people have been killed in Gaza, and I find that
Absolutely.
horrifying. And I find it horrifying that our American tax dollars paid for that, and our government gave them weapons to kill people, even to the point of weapons that vaporized people. Like I think that's
Crazy.
crimes against humanity, and I think they should be held accountable for that. And our government owes answers to the American people, and we should be asking. But none of this is anti-Semitism. It's just not.
So, I mean, there you have it. Oh, interesting. Carrie Prejean Bowler, she's the one that I recently showed you guys clips of her. She spoke out about, she spoke out at the conference on the religious, she spoke out at the Religious Liberty Commission that was organized by Donald Trump against whether or not Catholics are considered anti-Semitic, and she was kicked off by the chairman. And then she said, "No, I'm not going to leave until I hear it from Donald Trump himself." She commented and said, "As Catholics, we believe the promises made to Israel find their fulfillment in Jesus Christ and are extended." Anyways, she's been consistently talking about what's happening in Gaza. My Catholic faith does not allow me to support the killing of innocent people in Gaza or anywhere else. So, anyways, interesting. I'm a really big fan of Marjorie Taylor Greene as of recent. I'm going to be honest, guys. People have said a lot of things about her, and I don't agree with a lot of her policies when she was in office. I really don't. But this is the thing: people have called her and Tucker Carlson white supremacists repeatedly. I think we've all heard that. They have done more to save brown and black lives, than Richie Torres or Hakeem Jeffries. And yet they're calling Marjorie Taylor Greene a white supremacist. I'm sick of that label. I'm absolutely sick of it. She's not. I'm sorry. She's just not. She wouldn't be a white supremacist if she wouldn't be a white supremacist if she's out here actively against the killing of people that are not white. She continuously says all people are equal. I really am I just don't believe it anymore. While we're supposed to believe somebody like Hakeem Jeffries just because of the color of his skin, or somebody like Richie Torres, who's been cooking for Israel since 2023, continuously supporting the murder of Palestinians, and that guy's supposed to be better because what? Because of his skin color? That I'm really starting to be sick of it. And for the longest time after October 7th, people have been saying, no, I think she's just grifting. She's just grifting. She's like Candace Owens. They're just grifting. And Marjorie Taylor Greene, she's just grifting. I don't think she's grifting. I really don't think she's grifting. Grifting for what? For her son to receive death threats? For her to receive death threats after talking out in criticism of Trump? She's grifting. That somehow benefits her. Her leaving office because of her son, because of her family getting death threats was somehow her grifting. I really just don't see it. I really don't see it. So that's my personal opinion on her. I think she's been awesome lately. I'm saying keep going. And here's another thing that I wanted to say is that I really, and I mean this so seriously, I know I have a lot of conservative followers on here, and I have a lot of left-leaning followers on here and liberal followers on here. Ultimately, I really think it's everybody against the elite. I mean this so seriously now. And when I say the elite, I specifically mean these like corrupt mofos that are up here at the very top, that are controlling everything, that have way too much undue influence on the system, that are pushing us to go into wars. It really is a group of 5 to 10 people that can work together to push the Pentagon to go into war. That's not even being outlandishly spoken. That is just fact. It really is a very concentrated group of power that has a lot of undue influence over the U.S. government, over the West in general. And it's ultimately, I will work with anybody, regardless of their opinions on domestic politics, to push to stop that. I think we really have to we really have to push away from this duality, because the right and the left are both wings of the same bird. We really have to push outside this. Well, I'm not going to work with this person because of X, Y, and Z. I really think right now the number one thing we have to focus on is everybody against the global elite. Because once we get that solved, if we can get that solved, then everything else becomes a lot easier to manage. These domestic issues that we have are a lot easier to manage when this hegemony, when this total control over the government is finally chopped off. It's finally ended. And until then, I don't care anymore. I don't care anymore about the difference in your domestic opinions, to a specific limit. But so far, it's really just us against these people. She's also been continuously speaking about the release of the Epstein files. There was also another video of her from the same clip, or sorry, from the same interview, where she's talking about Donald Trump, stating that Donald Trump is really the guy behind stopping the release of the Epstein files. Let me see. I thought I had it bookmarked. It doesn't seem like I do though. But anyways, she's been the one that's also been talking about the fact that it's really Donald Trump behind it, and I'm really glad to hear her say it, because this is also what I wanted to say. We're hearing a lot of people right now talking about how Pam Bondi needs to resign. They talk about how Pam Bondi needs to resign, and they're also talking about how Kash Patel needs to resign. Sure, they need to resign. But I think that people that are saying that, especially people on the conservative right now, I am going to have to say this, I'm noticing political commentators on the right. So I'm talking specifically about conservative political commentators, because I'm gonna bash these people a little bit. They're the ones that don't have the courage to say that it's really Trump that's the one behind them telling what Kash Patel and Pam Bondi need to do. Because ultimately, if they're on the right and they have a right wing platform, I mean, I know how it works. If you have a right wing platform, you have hundreds of thousands of followers. It's a lot easier to shit on Pam Bondi than it is to shit on Trump. But everybody knows that Pam Bondi not complying with the law to release the files in the way they should be released is ultimately following the heat of Trump. Excuse me. So it is a bit insincere to continuously just focus on this lady when we both know the reason this is not going the way it should be going is because she's just listening to the orders of Trump. We're acting as if this lady has full autonomy. Now, could she go against the president's wishes and do things by the law and by the Constitution? Yes, absolutely. I think she should. I think there is a little bit too much focus on her, because at the end of the day, the people that really need to be called out, political commentators, are a bit more scared to call President Trump out if they have a very large mainstream platform that appeals to his base. So they're using her as a scapegoat. I think we're starting to see a little bit of that as well. But I mean, you know what? That's kind of expected. That's expected. They're just kind of going for whatever's easier, and they're making money on their platform, and they're like, oh well, I'm kind of scared to do this, so I'm just going to focus on Pam Bondi. I think that's what we're starting to see more of. Marjorie Taylor Greene, the reason I brought this up is because Marjorie Taylor Greene, she's actually been the only one to say, well, no, Pam Bondi's just listening to Trump. So we have to stop pretending that Pam Bondi and Trump are separate because she works under him. It's been interesting. It's been interesting seeing the development of Marjorie Taylor Greene. So that's really it for this video. I hope you guys found it interesting. If you did, I'd appreciate it if you click the subscribe button and give it a thumbs up as well. It helps me reach more people like you. And again, I have to just kind of promote it. If you join as a member, it's like $5 a month, and you get to see member-only videos from me every single night. So I would appreciate it. It supports my channel and allows me to do this as a full-time job for you guys. Otherwise, I will talk to you guys later and see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.